Hello students, how are you? Fine. I am fine. How about you? Don't worry about corona and all those. Don't worry about the lockdowns. You should concentrate only on your studies. In our last video, we have studied about the alkanes, how the structure of alkane is there and what are its characteristic features. Now, today we are going to learn the method of preparation of alkanes. As you know that by the structure, it is having a single bond. Because of this single bond, it can have to show the less reactivity towards other compounds. When we consider the reactivity, how it behaves with the other elements. So based on that characteristic features, we are going to deciding the reactivity of a compound. In our compound, alkanes are less reactive with other compounds. So those are called as paraffins. Alkanes are also called as paraffins. So para means less, affins means affinity or attraction. Less attraction towards other compounds are considered as paraffins. Alkanes, another name for alkanes is paraffins. Okay. Now let me learn the method of preparation of alkane. The first method is from unsaturated alkanes. Unsaturated alkenes will get alkanes. So unsaturated compounds are two compounds. Two different branches are there. One is of alkene and another one is of alkyne. So let's we learn from unsaturated compounds, alkenes as well as alkynes, how we'll get alkanes as a saturated compound. Okay, so from alkenes, the first method is from alkene and alkynes. So alkene and alkynes are having double and triple bonded compounds. Hence these two are called as unsaturated compounds. See here, from unsaturated compounds, how can we take out the saturated compound alkane? So that's what we call as paraffins. Okay, from alkene. So first member in the case of alkene is C2 with the double bond. So it should have to balance with the catenation. So now C2H4 is a compound. So it is called as ethene. Why it is? Why eth? Because two carbon atom is there. Hence it is eth. When it is combining with hydrogen. So ethene is combining with the hydrogen. Now what happens? What would be the result here? See, this is a unsaturated compound which includes the double bond here. When any reactions are to be taken out for the alkenes, first there is a breakdown of one bond. If there is a two bonds are there, if there is a two bonds means there is one bond that is of sigma and another one bond is of pi. So if it is pi and sigma, sigma is a sideways, it is not sideways overlapping, hence it is strongly binding. The axial overlapping is there in between the carbon to carbon, that is called as sigma bond. And here it is a pi. Pi and sigma both together will give you the double bond here. So which bond is very loosely held? No, pi bond. Pi bond is loosely held, hence it is breakdown is very easy. Now it is going to be break off. I will show you how the bond is going to be break off. It will become, this bond will break off. So as it is, the old bonds are having to show with the hydrogen atoms. Now listen here. When the pi bond is going to be break off, which is having a double here, so then it is going to be break off, there will be a formation of two new sigma bonds. So when one pi bond has been break off, there is a formation of two new sigma bonds. Now what is the next reagent? Attacking reagent is a hydrogen. How it is going to be added here? So then it will be adding towards the compound. What is the name of this compound? This is C2 C2, then H6. This is our ethane. So it's very easy to find. Here a double bond unsaturated alkene is giving rise to ethane of saturated molecule. So then it is saying to be considered with the alkynes also. Alkynes are having a triple bonded. In the same category, in the same manner, it is going to be taken places. So usually this reaction is to be carried out in the presence of nickel as a catalyst. This is very important at 200 degrees centigrade. See, with the help of nickel as a catalyst, hydrogen is going to be adding towards the unsaturated compound. How the bond is break up? So new. So the pi bond is going to be break up to form the two new sigma bonds. In the same manner, our alkyne is also able to combine here. So let me consider the alkyne. So the triple bond is there in between the two carbon atom. That's of maintenance of only one hydrogen atom. So this is called as ethyne. When ethyne is combining with hydrogen, so in the presence of nickel as a catalyst at 200 degree centigrade, same manner gives rise to, same manner, this is of 2 moles of hydrogen is combining here, 2 to 4 hydrogen atoms are going to be combining. How the pi bonds are there here? Let me check it in the case of ethyne. It is highly unsaturated when compared with the ethene. Okay, here what is there? 2 pi bonds are there, 1 sigma. So first one pi bond is going to be break off, and at the same time 2 hydrogen molecules had been attached towards the 2 carbon atom, and it retains the 1 double bond here. And in the next step what happens? That pi bond, second pi bond is also going to be break off, and at the same time remaining 2 hydrogen atoms are going to be joining towards the 2 carbon atom. So how can we write this? First, one bond. There are 2 pi bonds. One bond is going to be break off at one time. So then addition of 2 hydrogen atoms are going to be taken places, and then next second pi bond is going to be break off, and then addition of 2 moles. And that means what happens here? In the one step, addition of 2 hydrogen atoms with the help of 1 pi bond breaking. So then it will result in the form of, see. So what happens here with a single bond? So already it has old hydrogen atoms, and one time 2 hydrogen atoms are going to be binding, and in the second time there is an addition of 2 more hydrogen atoms, right? So that will be resulting in the form of ethane itself. So how we can get? By the addition of hydrogen atoms. Always this addition of hydrogen is to be carried out in the presence of nickel as a catalyst. So this reaction is also called as hydrogenation. Why? Because addition of hydrogen is to be taken places here. So the first method of preparation is when unsaturated hydrocarbon is get converting into a saturated hydrocarbon in the presence of nickel as a catalyst at 200 degree centigrade. Addition of hydrogen is to be taken places for these 2 unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay, so this reaction is to be carried out in the presence of catalyst. What is the meaning of catalyst here? Catalyst is a compound which can be push out the reactions, or which can be help to fasten up the reactions, boost up the reactions, but it is not participating in the reaction itself. Okay, so addition of hydrogen is to be taken places, hence this reaction is also called as hydrogenation. Okay, we will go to the next reaction. Next method of preparation now. So from alkyl halides. From alkyl halides, the reaction is to be carried out from alkyl halides. Alkyl halides. What is meant by alkyl group? From alkanes. So let me consider one of the first member in the case of alkane is methane. Alkyl is one of the hydrogen has been less from here. So how many hydrogen atoms are there in methane? 4 hydrogen atoms. If one of the hydrogen has been lost, in the sense it has been retained the empty bond and along with the CH3 group. How can we show this? With the empty bond and the CH3. This is called as methyl group. So generally we can call as alkyl group here. A halide is halide in the sense any halogen atom is going to be adding to it. So that has been symbolized with the letter X. So 17th group of elements are called as halogens. So those are chlorine, bromine, fluorine and iodine. All these 4 members are called as halogens. So when alkyl group, generally alkyl group is combining with any one of the halogen atom here, then that is called as alkyl halides. From alkyl halides, they'll have the general formula of R with X. R is our alkyl group and X is a halogen group. Now let me consider how this alkyl halides are having to gives rise to our alkanes now. So from alkyl halides, same hydrogenation reactions are to be carried out here. So I'll write first the general reaction when any hydrogen atom. So that is can be carried out here within the box. So this reaction is to be carried out, special reactions it is when it is going to be carried out in the presence of platinum, palladium or nickel is used as a catalyst here. Okay, so platinum, palladium or a nickel is used as a catalyst, or we can say this reaction is to be carried out in the presence of zinc as well as HCl. Okay, so these together will give you the reactions of alkyl halides. When alkyl halide is combining with hydrogen in the presence of zinc with the hydrochloric acid or platinum, palladium as a nickel as a used as a catalyst here. This or this both will be having to give rise to the addition of H2 here. Okay, how the reactions are to be carried out? When one of the hydrogen atom, here 2 hydrogen atoms are there, so it is combining with the halogen, and then what remains here? This H is combining with R. R is having one of the hydrogen is less here, so then the product is R is combining with the remaining H, so that is one of the hydrogen has been less here, so this hydrogen is active here, and then what remains now? H with X. H with X. So what we want is a compound alkane. So let me go with the next compound. That's what R with X. Let me consider for this methyl chloride. So this is chloromethane, methyl chloride, both will be same, plus methyl chloride is combining with 2 moles of nascent hydrogen in the presence of zinc with HCl gives rise to the compound. What is the compound and name of the compound here? So methane, because one of the hydrogen is adding towards it, CH3 will become CH4. Now what remains? Then HCl is the product here. The same reaction is to be carried out in the presence of a different catalyst, then that will be a different reactions. Now let me consider the next reaction with say from alkyl halides. How can we get while changing the catalyst here, while changing the catalyst, how can we get the next alkanes? Let me consider, that is the third reaction. Okay. So the third reaction is from alkyl halides. So 2 moles of alkyl halides are combining with the sodium in the presence of dry ether. So I tell you, this Rx, that is what alkyl halide, is combining with 2 moles of sodium. Sodium is a very reactive metal. He is combining with the 2 moles. I am going to write here one more Rx. That's what R with X. In the presence of dry ether, gives rise to the compound. How it is going to be combining? X as well as this X. So you should replace this R here. So then what will give rise to? 2 moles of sodium is combining with 2 moles of X here. X is our halogen. So what it is? R and R is combining now. First let me consider, or otherwise I will write like this if you have a confusion. These 2 R's are going to be combining now. Right? So then what remains here? R is combining with R, 2 alkyl groups are combining here, and then 2NaX plus 2NaX is the side product. Okay, so 2 R groups are combining. So this reaction is called as Wurtz reaction. So on honoring of the chemist, we are going to consider it as a Wurtz reaction. What the Wurtz reaction will say is, any alkyl halide is combining with the sodium in the presence of dry ether gives rise to alkane. So we should notice that the higher number of alkanes are going to be produced as a compound here. Okay, so here, so let me consider the next this is the general reaction. Let me consider the example. Let you come to know that how it is there. So Rx is a alkyl halide. I will take the same example of methyl chloride. He is combining with 2Na sodium plus methyl chloride in the presence of dry ether. In the presence of dry ether, what is the reaction is to be carried out here? CH3 and CH3 is combining here, and then remaining will be 2NaCl. Okay, so what would be the product? CH3 and CH3. What is the name of this compound? CH3 and CH3? Yes, it is ethane. Why? Because 2 carbon atom are there. It is ethane. What is the side product? Yes, students, this is NaCl. 2NaCl. Okay. So you should notice here we are taking the alkyl halide of a lesser member of including the C, carbon 1, and it is combining here 2 carbon 1, 1 carbon 1, carbon 2. So these two will combining and gives rise to ethane as a product. This is the main importance of Wurtz reaction. In a Wurtz reactions, how many carbon atoms are considering in the alkyl halides? Double of it is going to be producing in the case of a product. Okay, this is a very important reaction. Naming reaction is Wurtz reaction. Next, another one reaction is the decarboxylation. So let me learn the decarboxylation of, that is fourth method of preparation. decarboxylation. So the name here carboxylation is addition of CO2. Here it is decarboxylation, that means removal of carbon dioxide we can say. So it has been carried out in the presence of CH3COONA. CH3COONA. This is a sodium acetate because here sodium is combining with the acetic acid. So what is the formula for acetic acid? CH3COOH. Okay, instead of here hydrogen atom, sodium is combining here, substituting here, hence it is considered as, so this is acetic acid. So this is sodium, instead of hydrogen atom, sodium is substituting here, hence it is sodium acetate. Write the compound name here, sodium acetate. Sodium acetate is combining here, so in the presence of or combining with NaOH CaO. The mixture of sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide is called as soda lime. Soda lime. What it is? Soda lime. What is the mixture here? A base NaOH is combining with calcium oxide. Then that mixture of sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide is called as soda lime. Okay. Now this sodium acetate is combining with soda lime. So what is soda lime? Soda lime is a mixture of sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide. So then what happens here? So what are the reactions to be carried out? So removal of, what I said? Removal of carbon dioxide. So Na is there here. Sodium is combining with these three. Got it now? So CH3 is combining with H here. So what will result? In the form of the first member of alkane is methane. Okay, remaining will be combining. So what is the name of this reaction? Decarboxylation. Removal of carbon dioxide. Carbon is removing, carbon along with oxygen is removing from the compound. So from the sodium acetate, carbon dioxide is going to be removing, hence the reaction is called as decarboxylation. What remains now? What is the side product? Na2 are there, Na2CO3. So what is the compound here? Na2CO3, sodium carbonate. Okay, removal of CO2 is called as decarboxylation. So what is the catalyst used here? That is soda lime. Okay, when sodium acetate is combining with the soda lime, so gives rise to methane, as well as the side product is sodium carbonate. So what we learned today? Method of preparations. 4 method of preparations we learned. First one is from unsaturated hydrocarbons to saturated compounds, saturated alkenes we got. And then second is from alkyl halides. That has been carried out in the presence of zinc with HCl. And then third reaction is Wurtz reaction. Then the fourth reaction is decarboxylation. Okay students, practice all these method of preparations. Okay, if you have any doubts, comment me. Okay, take care, bye.